Welcome to the After Show, the show where we bring it to you raw and real about your favorite mainstream and reality TV shows and the actors we love or love to hate. Tonight, we'll be talking about Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars, Season 9, Episode 2. And we won't be pulling any punches. No topic is off limits. But before we get into all that, let me introduce you to the guys on the couch. Guy number 2, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm guy number 2. Pull up and have a seat, because you're in for a treat.
It's always a treat on the After Show. And a little trick, too. Guy number 3, talk to the people.
Hey, I'm guy number 3, and I can't wait to chat.
I can't wait for him to chat either. You guys, he's back. He's back. Guy number 3. And of course, they're always lovely. They're always opinionated. Sometimes a little too opinionated. Trinity.
Hey everybody, this is Trinity, and I will not disappoint. Yes, I have the female perspective and is waiting for you.
Let's go. All right, it's another Monday, you guys. We're back and we're talking about this crazy marriage boot camp. It was ridiculous this past Friday. And you guys, as you know, who are tuned in, listening to the After Show, it was a long weekend. We celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday. Dr. Martin Luther King, great civil rights activist. And, fought for so many rights for us to have as people, not just people of color, but all people. And then we got these fools acting out on marriage boot camp, and we're going to get right into it. So let me give you guys a quick summary of what went on marriage boot camp this past Friday. So, emotions collide in a deadly car crash. Couples must say final goodbyes, but Amy won't commit, and Ashley bursts into tears. A gruesome twosome wreaks havoc over the boot camp, pushing one spouse over the edge. Listen, Marriage Boot Camp stars Dr. Ish Major, that is, Dr. Venus Nicolino, Ashley Rosenbaum, J.P. Rosenbaum, Amy King, Dylan King, and a host of other just crazy characters. And we can't forget, oh my God, the wrath of Judge Lynn Toler.
Oh, boy,
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
I want to start with guy number 2 on this episode. Talk to me about Season 9, Episode 2, Marriage Boot Camp. Weigh in on the show.
Well, this is proven to be a doozy already from the gate. So, of course, we got the infamous car accident, and what would you say and do, and what did you do, and how could you have done it better incident. And these 5 couples are really giving us something that we kind of haven't seen before. We got some that are non-committed, we got some that are over-committed, we got some that just don't even know where they're even thinking about going. So, I don't know. I mean, we're really in for it on this one. I didn't expect to see a couple other things, especially with Renee and Joe. That kind of threw me off. And Gabby and Victor, we are definitely going to talk about Gabby and Victor. I don't even know where to go with these two.
I don't think they know where to go with themselves. I want to right now. Let me run over here to guy number 3. You guys, guy number 3 is back. As you know, he has been away for a little while, a couple of episodes. I know you guys have missed him. We missed him. He was out there skating the park, ice skating in Central Park, running around, trying to fetch me some fish sandwiches, but really getting the juice and the dirt for us. So we want to get his opinion on Marriage Boot Camp Season 9, Episode 2. So give us a quick synopsis of what you thought about this episode, guy number 3.
Well, I'm enjoying it. All I can say is, it's just drama. I mean, it's up there with L.A. Hair, I mean, that prima donna.
No, I don't know, because I don't watch L.A. Hair, but we're talking about this show. I wonder about L.A. Hair.
That prima donna and Buck, oh my God. I can't believe it. They are just too much. And, my favorite ones is Gabby and Victor, and now my favorite one is Gabby's sister, Danny. He's thrown into the bunch. So it's like so many things that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of what? You think Victor really likes Gabby's sister? It's just so much there to think about.
Wow. We're going to talk about that because, I had said the same thing, guy number 3. I said the same thing, and I actually called guy number 2, and we kind of tossed that around a little bit. And of course, I got hold of my doctor. Dr. Ish, and threw that out there at him, and I'll tell you whether he bit that or not at a little later on in the show. Let's talk to Trinity and get her opinion. A quick synopsis, Trinity, on what you thought about this episode of Marriage Boot Camp.
This episode went up another notch. I mean, they came out the gate throwing fireballs. This one, it just went up. It just went up another notch. This went up to I will say. Torch level. It doesn't take much for Pre. Everybody know off the rip, it doesn't take much for Pre. You just, you almost get a sentence out, and she's already at 1,000.
Absolutely.
I think that, Ashley and JP, what did Judge Lynn Toller say? She said they're on cloud 8. Okay, fair enough. But, Victor and Gabby and Victor and Danny and this, I don't think he should have to deal with 2 women. I just don't. I want him to hang in there, and like they said, whatever side he comes out on, they just want to make sure that, he has a strong relationship with his son. That's how I feel about that.
I agree with that. Let me kind of give the listening audience, for those new people that are tuned into the after show this week, let me give them an indication of who Gabby and Victor are one by one, you guys. So listen, Gabby and Victor, okay, they have issues seeing eye to eye when it comes to parenting, life, and relationships in general. Boot camp is a last-ditch effort for the couple because Gabby doesn't want to raise her son in a negative environment. But when we talk about a negative environment, we might be talking about the fact that her twin sister lives with them in the daddy's house. Okay, so Gabby has a twin sister by the name of Danny, and she actually showed up in this episode on the show. So look, let's do this. Let me give my opinion about the episode, and then we'll just jump around and talk about these guys. As you guys know, I'm the talk of New York, and I'm going to lay this thing down for you all throughout the show. But as far as Gabby and Victor is concerned, this is a Spanish bodega waiting to explode. This is what it is. It's a corner shop. It's ready to explode. They're fiery, and they are one and the same. They're literally mirror images of each other. Not the twins. I'm talking about Gabby and Victor. They are the yin and yang, the male and the female, the XY and the XX of each other. And I think this is why these two don't get along. But I think that Gabby is a woman who knows how to push the buttons of this man. And I think she's doing it on purpose because she knows that he doesn't have a lot of family. He doesn't have a lot of friends. And I think she's taking advantage of that. Sometimes women tend to equate arguments and things that they do to cause attention to be drawn to themselves as love. And so I think that she has the issue, a deep-rooted issue that she needs to solve. But she's definitely the antagonist, the protagonist, and the Spanish Antichrist, as far as I'm concerned. So look, I want to get your opinion on this. So I'm going to jump back to guy number 2 real quick. Talk to me about Gabby and Victor and how things played out for them in episode 2.
Gabby and Victor are like a train wreck blended with an airline crash and maybe like a little sidecar swipe just coming down the block. So these two are literally like, they might as well just stay at war. You know, they both should have knife sets and probably in all pockets and all points of their body because it's nuts. But what makes it even more nuts is the fact that they have this twin sister of Gabby's that just literally is the third wheel in their relationship. Now, the thing that I feel is their point of contention is the fact that possibly, and this is just my theory, that there may have been some existential relationships between Victor and Danny. Now, here's why I say that, because you have to think about twins and stuff like that. But it's just weird because anybody that knows that their sister's in a relationship, if he's just treating her bad, it's just awful, she's going to urge her sister to leave the relationship. Kids and all. Pack it up, let's go. I mean, they could just put him out of the house for, all he's concerned about because Victor lives with them. Put him out if he's that bad. But to constantly be going at him over and over and over and over for years now, because I think their son is 3, something's wrong with that picture. There's something that we don't yet know. So I really want to see how that kind of unfolds, but I really feel like this is just some unnecessary, dragged-out drama. So we just got to see how it plays out.
Well, you called her sister a third wheel. Didn't she roll onto the scene like a third wheel? Yes, she did. Let's talk to Trinity about the way this woman rolled onto the scene. It just basically rolled over this man's face. So talk to me, Trinity, about Danny and Gabby.
She's so involved. Like, she is so, is she a third wheel or is she just in between the two of them? And you can't blame it on being twins. I mean, come on. Relationships are 2. But if you want to say it's 3, then it's them and their son. That's 3. No, I mean, not the sister. I don't get that dynamic. I mean, she stays just as heated as Gabby does, but at least Gabby has a reason. That's, her man and her son's father. I understand what Guy 2 is saying, and it could come together in my mind like that, but like right now I'm like, okay, why are you arguing with him? That's.
But wait a minute, Trinity. But that kind of debunks what you said last season, because you guys were all for the throuple. Y'all were all for Nico, Mop Top, and America. Y'all were all for them. And so when you say this threesome doesn't work now, I'm a little baffled at that.
Well, that's their sisters. He does not like the sister. Now, Nico, Nico was just, Nico was indecisive. I mean, come on. He kind of wanted America there, then he kind of wanted to be a needle, in her side, and then, I don't know. I think it was just make it pretend. These girls are coming with just straight passion, And Victor, sometimes, he feels sometimes he feels defenseless, but he got very upset. I mean, he was, if they didn't pull him apart, I think he would have ran up the stairs if they didn't, hold him and kind of push him outside. I really think he would have ran up those stairs.
I believe it. I kind of think there's one or two things going on here. Either he slept with her or they're cousins. Guy number 3, weigh in on Gabby and Victor and tell me what you think about the way Danny entered the scene.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I see is that it seems like something is running like really deep within the families, like between Gabby and Danny, the sisters and their family. Something within that family, I don't know if it's between the mother or father. And then you have Victor's and his family, which we found out that he's estranged from, that he claims he doesn't have no family. So I think it's something within the 2 families why they are acting the way they do. And I guess for the drama, Victor could have slept with the sister, or maybe he likes her. Maybe he's seeing twins. He sees the twins, and So I'm looking. I can't wait to see how the season goes out with this and see what happens. I'm hoping that he leaves those 2 alone and find himself and let him drift off and find a new relationship.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Okay, you want it to be split bill. I'm sure when that sister Danny threw that water bottle down and almost hit Dr. Ish that he was wishing it was split bill too. And if she would have hit, listen, I told Dr. Ish if she'd have hit him, then she would have wished it was Splitsville because I would have got the crew of Brownsville hood rats from Brooklyn, and we'd have went up there and found her. Don't be hitting the doctors. Don't be hitting the doctors.
All you had to do was call Prima Donna.
Free's ready. Pre, stay on go.
Well, I want to ask a question, guys. Before we talk about Pre, real quick, I just want to ask you: is it far-fetched to think that a man who is dating a twin is possible that he might have mistaken her for her sister or might have pushed up on her? They're living in the same house, guys. And maybe something happened there that we haven't, that hasn't been uncovered yet. But is that far-fetched? Just very quickly, I just want you guys to weigh in on that. Or you can do it all at once.
It's not far-fetched.
I don't think so.
No. It could happen.
I think it is. I mean, to me, they don't look identical. I think the one that came, Danny, looks thinner to me. I was, looking for, something. To me, she looks a little thinner.
They could have been one night drunk coming from a club, or no, seriously, yeah.
You were doing. I want to find out what you were doing, guy number 3, when we sent you out to get us news. Okay, and you didn't show up for 2 episodes. What club were you in coming home drunk?
Well, I don't go to clubs anymore, so that was not me.
Not after last night. Okay, listen, it's just we're talking about far-fetched, you guys. Let's talk about something that I think is far-fetched. A couple that I think is far-fetched. There's quite a few on this season. That Ashley and that JP.
Oh my goodness.
That Ashley and that JP.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're like wet popcorn.
Aren't they like wet popcorn?
Like wet popcorn.
It's like, what is this?
Their reality.
I don't want this. It's like you wanted Trinity?
I said, I'm searching for their reality. Like, Ashley, she's doing enough cheesing for both of them. Like, she is.
Yeah, like she's doing
she is.
Like she's doing a Lumineers commercial.
She got her little, she got her son, she got her mom, and she got her sister, and then there's JP. It's like, Ashley, oh my God, stop. Just stop. It's like she's running me over with
stop. Matter of fact, let's stop. Yeah, matter of fact, let's stop. Let's stop talking about them until they give us something to talk about. Let's move on to Amy and Dylan, you guys. I got a lot to say about Amy and Dylan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with guy number 3 on Amy and Dylan. Weigh in on Amy and Dylan. What's your take?
To me, they're kind of boring, but I got to see more. I mean, Amy is just, she's a mess. She's a mess. She sits up and watches everybody, and she laughs at everybody, and she's really something. She's waiting for somebody to just punch her in her face, and maybe that will be Prima Donna, So I don't know. They're just crazy.
You know what, guy number 3? Usually I would probably disagree with you, but let me tell you, she is setting herself up for a good punch in the face. She is absolutely. I don't condone violence. I don't condone it. I just know all about it, where I come from, or used to live. But this Amy, she is right. She's in the chair. She is in the chair, and she is going to land hard when they knock her out of that chair. Before I give my opinion about Amy and Dylan, let me just, for you guys who are tuned in, Amy Duggar and Dylan King's communication issues are boiling over into resentment. So the couple is headed to boot camp to patch up their marriage. Yeah, right. It is unpatchable as far as I'm concerned. But I want Trinity's opinion on Amy and Dylan.
Amy and Dylan, I don't know. Amy, she's got to land. She's gassed up for some reason. She's got to land soon. Everything's funny, everything's giggly, and everything's Dylan's fault. Mm-hmm. Even in the scene, the accident scene, she's like, oh, that's right. I have a hard time playing dead. He. Wait come on now. You have to take this seriously. Everybody, in other words, no, everybody's not going to put up with you like Dylan does. Like, is she even hearing Dylan? Seriously, is she even hearing what he has to say?
Well, she would want to hear him because if she would want to hear him so that she could find a way to stay with him because ain't nobody gonna put up with that expanding waistline. Dylan. Before I go in on her anymore, I want to give guy number 2 an opportunity to weigh in on Amy and Dylan in episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Amy and Dylan are that couple that have that 200-pound St. Bernard roaming around their house, shedding all over the place, and you hate going over their house. They're that couple, and you just. It's like you don't know what to think. You're like, what are y'all doing? Get out of here. Just, what the heck is going on with these two? But we're going to see because Amy is going to get punched in the face by Prima Donna. I see it coming. It's just like waiting to happen. So,
and clearly they have no black friends.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's beyond obvious.
You wouldn't have any either if you smelled like corn chips. And I know them things smell like corn chips. Look, let's talk about weigh in on Amy and Dylan, okay? Because I find Dylan to be an absolute idiot. He's a jerk. He's an idiot. And he tosses out this, I have money. It's my money. So as though money gives him the right to be an idiot, but I think this guy was an idiot beforehand. This, money doesn't make you an idiot; it just enhances your idiot tendencies. And in order for a woman to marry an idiot or to be even somewhat associated with him in terms of a relationship, that she has to have the idiot syndrome in her. She's definitely flighty. She's definitely on another planet. And I think here's what I think about Amy. I think Amy is so used to Dylan being the big idiot and the big a-hole that she hides behind that and she thinks, well, I'm untouchable because my man is so abrasive and such an idiot. People will never get to me. So I can sit back here and smile and laugh and play innocent, but I'm back here making a mockery of people. She's going to tangle with the wrong one, and I think the wrong one is Prima Donna. Now, they got a taste of that Prima Donna's little attitude when she went off on Ashley at that table. And I think she was really, I think what she was really trying to do, you guys, was let the whole room know. I think Prima Donna was like one of the black alley cats that was marking the territory, just peeing everywhere, all in the hall. And she was like, I'm going to pee over here, I'm going to pee over there, I'm going to pee over here, I'm going to pee alongside this door. And Ashley just happened to be in the way. Ashley just happened to be in the way because she was really marking the whole room. I think she's a bit scared of Renee. We'll talk about that later. But yes, let's talk about the fact that Ashley completely broke down when Prima Donna stood up and said, "You B, I'm talking to you." Okay. And Ashley said, in typical 1980s, 1990 white girl fashion, she said, "Oh my God, I've never been spoken to you like that in my life." Girl, you was on a reality show. You heard words.
Ashley was scared, Tom. Ashley was scared.
Yeah, she was scared of her pants. Did she? If this reality show was about incompetence, she would have got the check. She would have won. That bladder did that bladder go out? That bladder burst. It was like, ooh. But listen.
If that word would have came out of her mouth.
Oh, Lord. But Trinity, don't for one minute, you guys think that JP wasn't scared. Because JP, he hobbled over and said, "Well, you can't talk to people like that. You just can't talk to people,
Yes.
Don't talk to people like that." Well, listen, you know how we are. Who said what? We you know what? First of all, you ain't gonna scream at me, and you ain't gonna scream at my chick. Now, my chick might be there. I'm not gonna get into the chick argument. You know what I mean? But if they go in, I'm gonna be nudging you on the table. I'm gonna be looking at you like you better stand up. You know how your mother used to slap you in the head if you was outside and somebody was trying to punch you in front of your mother. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, she might not say that because she don't want all the other parents to know, the PTA and all of them to know that, But she looking at you like she nudging you, she giving you that look. Yeah, like you better knock his, you better bust his, you better pick up something, break his. Exactly.
You know better.
Exactly. So I don't know what JP was doing. JP did not want to mess with Buck. That's what he didn't want to do.
It's crazy how they just don't have no experience of other people and other races. You could just tell,
The thing is, Pre comes with she's like, she got bricks around her, like she, and I'm not coming to anybody's defense, but here's the thing. Ashley just asked her something scientific about the waist, and then, Pre just shot for the stars. I mean, she said, first of all, you have to ask a scientist. And then they started talking about waist trainer, and she just went to 1,000. I think Ashley was slightly in shock because, again, I'm not in anybody's defense. I don't know why that was so funny to me. Oh, my goodness. She's just like, wait a minute, is this happening? Like, she just went into the Twilight Zone. She's like, is this happening?
She did.
This is happening right now.
It was deep in
the Twilight Zone. So, maybe they'll come out of their cubby hole and say, people are people everywhere. But, Free keeps everybody, including Buck, at arm's length. Like just enough. Don't talk about my waist trainer. And it's not about your waist trainers. Come on, because nobody gets that lit over some waist trainers. That's how you make your money. Your money's still coming in while you're at this reality show. So, let's not be ridiculous about it. You just went straight to 1,000 for really no reason. Like, with no reason. She barely got 5 words out, and she slayed everybody at the table.
She did. Let me give the listeners a little, the new listeners who are tuned in, a little information about who we're talking about in terms of Prima Donna and Buck. At boot camp, Prima Donna and Buck hope to work on their communication issues so she can finally have her walk down the aisle that she's been waiting for. Now, you know that Prima Donna was on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know who Prima Donna is. I didn't know who she was on Love and Hip Hop. I could care less. But she's up on this. She's up on this show, and she did go in about that waist trainer. And my thing is, it wasn't just that Ashley was just totally like thrown off. She was thrown off herself, and she has to be out of her mind if she thinks that people think that she's gonna walk in there with a waistline the size of Little Kim waistline, okay, and the rest of you looks like Monique and Preston. I have a problem. And Trinity said she has a brick wall built around her. It looked like she had a brick wall in those camouflage things she had on. I wouldn't have done it, and I would never do it again. So look, I want to ask. What I like.
A girl was ready to fight over some waist trainers. Oh my God!
Listen, if you have strapped, some rubber around your waist and tied it to the back end of 2 eastbound and westbound buses and pulled your waist to within an inch of your life, be proud of it. Be proud of it. If you have snacked your waist so much that your small intestines is in your esophagus, be proud of it. Be proud of it. Don't get mad when somebody calls you out because the waistline is unnatural. It's unnatural, and it is what it is. However, she walked in. Listen, I'm going to let guy number 2 weigh in on Prima Donna and Buck before I say anything else about this beautiful young chocolate sister in a blonde wig.
Okay, so Prima Donna and Buck, when they walked into their bedroom and you saw that they had set the bed up like a boxing ring, well, that tells you the whole story right there. Okay?
Exactly.
So they're already at a little bit of an odd situation because of their pending marriage, quote unquote, and their in and outness of their relationship. So, prima donna, we see she's a little bit of a hothead. She's a little all over the map. And that's kind of to be expected from her because the way she walked in on the first episode and the way she walked out, thinking she was not going to be able to do that press conference. But we saw that Dr. V came in and got her right together, and she's now back in the game. But now that she's in the game, I think she's going to have everybody else wanting scared except Renee. So we're going to see how that unfolds. But as far as their relationship, prima donna and Buck, you better get a crucifix, some holy oil, and a whole bunch of prayer going because you're going to need it for your relationship. Y'all are really something.
Because that thing walked in that house dressed in all black looking like Ferryman about to take you over to the underworld. I said, look, this I thought somebody would go flip her a quarter. Can you take me to see my dad? She looked like she was going to a funeral. But this is my thing. The issue that I have with these women, okay, because, I love me some us. I love everybody. A lot of this is just, human thing, but I love everybody. But what I want our sisters to do, I think prima donna is a pretty young lady. I think she's beautiful. She has beautiful skin when you can see it, and I think that I like a bodega. I told you guys on the first episode of the after show, I love a big, thick, big bone, big, thick side, 5 belly, 2 necks kind of. You know what I mean? I love it. But
right,
what you cannot do, you know what I mean, is do something to your body that you think is going to make you so fabulous, and then try to hide it and cover it up, and then don't want anybody to talk about it. We see it. We see you, and you have a name like Prima Donna. We know you got some issues, and you're trying to live up to that, but you're losing me with it. You're losing me turning into She-Hulk over nothing. Stop turning into She-Hulk over nothing. And listen, guys, didn't She-Hulk wear camouflage pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had on a waist trainer and a belt. So no wonder she was all jacked up. You don't know. That could be it.
That She-Hulk had a waist trainer and a belt.
And that she just came and laid across the bed. We don't know what was in that glass she was drinking.
Let's talk about Buck, though, you guys. I want guy number 3 to weigh in on Buck.
I think it was great because at first I thought he was scared of her, but this week he did put her in her place. Thank God, and I think one of the reasons why he did that is because I really think he really loves her, but I think she's just so overbearing and so like bossy that he kind of gets a little scared, but he did it, and I'm proud of him for doing that. So let's see what happens.
I want to talk about Renee and Joe, okay? Because when Renee and Joe walked in the house, everybody knew. And even if Renee and Joe had gotten in with some of the other cast members, when they laid out Renee Graviano, baby, everybody kind of like, ooh. So talking about what you noticed about them.
Well, Renee and Joe, they're there to bring the heat. They're going to definitely give us a couple of unexpected surprises. They look like they're predictable, but they're definitely not predictable. I know that Renee has been really seeking, love and wanting to be in a relationship and, being open about the relationship. But they're coming on the show with the contingency that Joe is supposed to be this quote-unquote secret. Well, bro, you're on national television now, so I don't think you're going to be too much of a secret anymore. So I don't know how that's going to work out for you. But anyway, so I really think that these two are going to be a little bit of a ticking time bomb because we already see at the car accident, that thing just totally collided. I mean, it just totally busted apart. Renee didn't even want to sit next to her after the exercise. And it's funny now, but I don't think, if they're really, really trying to fix whatever it is that they truly have, they really have a lot of work to do. And the doctors are in for it for this. So we got to see how this is going to work out. Got to see.
I think also, like, with Renee, she seems like the one that is going to maybe be the peacemaker. And I think a lot of people are afraid of her. And I even think Prima Donna is,
Oh, Prima Donna's definitely afraid of her. She's scared. She's scared.
Oh, definitely.
She's scared.
She
can act like she's not, but she is.
Yeah, and I think all of them are, and I think she's going to be the peacemaker. Afraid of her.
Oh yeah, she hands down. She's scared of her. She may not act like she isn't scared of her, but she's scared of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not necessarily just fear. I think it's a little bit more of a respect factor. You know, Renee is older than her, but she definitely knows that Renee will go toe to toe with her and knock her out when she needs to. Yeah, it's one of those type of respect relationships. That's what that is. So,
do you agree with that, Trinity?
I do. Absolutely, I do. But if you remember, Pre said that on, upon walking in the door, in the first episode, said she wasn't going to mess with her. So, so far she's staying true to that. I mean, I guess, you could tell something. But again, with Pre, she flaps her gums an awful lot, and I think Judge Toller peeped that though too.
Yeah, she did.
I think you're right. I think one of the things that we learn about women like Prima Donna, and I have some of them in my family, I'm sure you all do too. And if you don't, you went to school with her or they lived on the block. I believe she's like that because she's trying to keep everybody at a fair distance. Like, stay away, don't get too close. I do not want to reveal my stuff, and I'm going to work my way through this show, picking on you guys and picking on my fiance because I want this ring and I want this wedding. I don't think that trying to get somebody to walk you down the aisle is a reason to go to marriage boot camp. I think we need some real serious issues. If you're with a man and he's not marrying you, there's a reason why he's not marrying you. You have to search yourself. Either you ain't putting it down right, or he has somebody else on the side.
Remember, Buck did say something during the accident, I guess, scene, if you want to call it that. He said, I ain't even sure she's
I don't buy that.
Or
I don't
something
buy that.
to that effect.
Look, if you laying up with a woman, well, Trinity, you're a woman. If a guy is laying up with you, I don't care what his traumatic experience was. If he's laying up in your bed and he's been there 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, 12 years, 159 years, 897 years, he needs to marry. Period.
That's it. Yeah. I don't know.
Don't be telling me I saw the dog. The dog died in the cab. I don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? G.I. Joe killed my turtle and I can't marry you. Get out of here.
The dog and the cat died.
Right. You can't live up in this house. Right. You got to get up out of here. Look,
you got to stop.
Let me just say very quickly about Renee and Joe. So my wife, matriarch, Renee Graziano, I love that name, Graziano, is bringing her secret long-term boyfriend to boot camp because she's looking for a bigger and more public commitment. Now, I don't know what kind of secret this is if you're on marriage boot camp. I don't know what kind of secret that is.
Anymore.
I don't buy this relationship. I told you guys in episode 1. Now I'm going to repeat it in episode 2 for those people who are tuned in. I say I do not buy this. This is a thought. Now, I love Renee Graziano. I think she's beautiful to look at. I love her eyes. And she's a whole lot of drama, whole lot of neurotic stuff going on there. But I like her. And I know she likes black folk, and she works with black folks and black artists and stuff like that, and she's a great stylist. No, she is. So I want to just give her that. I love all that. The thing is, though, I see no sign of a real relationship between them. I don't see affection. Every time I see them, they're sitting on, in chairs, in single chairs, so they're never together on the couch. They're not holding hands. They're not rubbing shoulders. They're not kissing. It's just a lot of non-relationship stuff going on. I don't buy this for one bit. And I don't think that he's necessarily scared of her dad. I think that it's a respect thing. And I think that he likes spending time with her. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just not watching out for her, just in case that crazy ex of hers try to get somebody to do something to her. That's what I think.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I definitely think that. I mean, because
Junior,
Junior is, he's dangerous. And to be honest, he's got some really shady dealings. So, Renee could be keeping Joe close as a form of protection, or if not even, her bodyguard, quote unquote. I don't know. You never know. And that's a possibility. It's a strong possibility. More so now that you've said it, because, now I really, really think about it.
It is. And I want to just make one more comment, and then I'm going to get Trinity to weigh in on this real quick. And then we're going to talk, you guys who are tuned in, we're going to be talking about Too Close to Home very quickly. We're going to close up very quickly, but I want to get Trinity's opinion after I make the comment. You know, with these Italian people, right, Joe looks really meek, and he doesn't look like he can be much of a threat. But don't be fooled, because these Italians are dangerous, okay? This is a dangerous clan here. And his name could possibly be Joe the sausage grinder, you know, whatever his last name is. So you don't want to mistake him. You don't want to mistake him for a pushover. I hardly think he's a pushover, but I'm just saying, I think he's the protection for Renee. What do you think, Trinity?
What did he say? He said, you know, he wasn't even ready to deal with her being in an accident. You know, it just, you know, it's nothing there. I don't know what he's hesitant about. I hope I'm using the right word there. I don't know what he's hesitant about. I just don't know. You know, okay, respect for her father, that's one thing, but like he didn't really even talk to her in the accident scene. He just kind of went and, you know, sat down. He didn't stay over there.
Yeah, he's a man of few words. He's a man of few words. Because he comes off as being a little meek. He comes off as being a little meek, but just like CeCe said, you know, he could be, you know, like Joe in Casino. You know, I mean, he could be ruthless as hell. You know, you don't know.
He looks like he's scared of her.
Nah, he's not scared of that Renee Grandiano. No, he's not scared of her.
Nah, he ain't scared of her.
You don't think so?
He's like, what you go ahead and do what you're going to do. And
Right, but he's not scared of her. Nah.
Okay.
But you hold to that guy, number 3, because when we revisit this next episode, we might see some things that point in that direction. So we got a little ways to go before the season ends. It just started. It's good. It has us tuned in. We can't wait to see Prima Donna bust Ashley in the face and stomp on Dylan and Amy's throat. And so we are rocking with you guys. Dr. Ish, Dr. B, great job. Lynn Toller, Judge Lynn Toller, great job putting this back down on this episode. And we'll be back to talk to you guys about Marriage Boot Camp Season 9, Episode 3 next week. Thanks for joining us. And listen, we'll be right back with Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home.